Howdy mates. Good late morning. How are we all doing? It is Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. And by the way, before I get further into this video, today would have been Steve Irwin's birthday, if he were still alive. And I gotta tell you, frankly, I wish that I wasn't so young when he was the most active, because he basically passed away when I was about 6 years old. But over the years of watching his material, he was very influential in much of my interest in wildlife. He was one of them. And he was an inspiration to many other stewards as well. Today, we're over at the Circle B Bar Reserve. And this is the famous Live Oak Trail. And I tell you what, this is probably one of my other favorite portions of this park. Wow, listen to that Carolina wren. There's so many birds out here singing today. I mean, you can hear northern parulas, yellow-rumped warblers. Like, you can hear what kind of sounds like marbles hitting each other. Those are your yellow-rumped warblers that you're hearing. So, a bit of a background on this place. Circle B Bar Reserve used to be basically a ranch back in the day. And eventually this place was actually going to be developed on in Polk County, given that we are near Lakeland. But there was basically the Polk County Environmental Lands Program that essentially allows this park to be possible through their funding and taxpayer, of course. But they fought for over 70 years to help keep this place protected, because Circle B Bar Reserve offers so many different varieties of habitats that exist here. You know, for one, we're in a hammock right now, surrounded by live oak. But that's not the only thing. A major component that makes up this park is the wetlands. Now, I know I've done several different videos pertaining to the systems provided by wetlands, but what you need to know mostly about all forms of wetlands is they are literally a natural water purification system. They have the capability of filtering out pollutants, from urban landscapes in the form of nitrates and phosphate from fertilizers, for example. And wetlands can help collect those nutrients to support their plant growth. All right, back at it. Had to pass by a group of people. As I was saying, essentially wetlands act as a purification system, and they also act as a buffer too, between development and then not too far from here we have Lake Hancock, which I'll go over more of that in a different video. But anyways, this particular park serves an essential need, and given that we are close to Central Florida, we're close to a bunch of sandhills and scrub habitat too, which is also featured at the park. So that being said, with there being a lot of loosely packed sand, you could say that there's a lot of groundwater recharge that takes place here, from rain, for example. And essentially, that feeds the watershed. which supplies millions of residents their drinking water. Hold on just a second. There we go. Had to let that other person pass by. So I'll go over more of that though in my next video. But just look at all this Spanish moss. I mean, you can just tell that these live oaks here are hundreds of years old. I mean, they're so majestic. And by the way, I know I've mentioned it before, but I will again. Spanish moss is not a true moss. It is actually a flowering plant. And we are nearly approaching that time of the year where they will start to flower. Moss, on the other hand, does not flower at all. Rather, they reproduce typically by means of spores. So, something important to note. Yeah. Gosh dang, it is such a gorgeous day to be out here. So, of course, I'm going to say to you guys, make a point to check out Circle B Bar Reserve near Lakeland. It really is just an excellent park that just gives you a demonstration of how nature is supposed to be and how we can indeed coexist with it. I mean, here's one thing I will say. The Earth has been just fine without us for billions of years. So, we need Earth more than Earth needs us. And so, with ever so new technology, it's really up to us in terms of how we decide to use it. You can either use it for the better, or we let it be used for the worse. So, alright you guys, take it easy, enjoy your Wednesday, and once again, Journey on a Journey is onwards. Take care folks, see ya.